Hello dear students, welcome back to my channel. Today we are going to start a new lesson, that is the Mughal Empire of history. Okay, so let's start with our first topic, that is the Mughal Empire, which started from 1526 to 1707. Okay, so first we will see the Mughal Empire, the classic period. Okay, in this we will see all the rulers and their ruling period. First is Babur, who ruled from 30th April 1526 to 26th December 1530. Okay, next was Humayun, who ruled from 26th December 1530 from till 17th May 1540, and after then he was defeated by one of the rulers, and again he became the ruler from 22nd February 1555 to 27 January 1556. After Humayun, his son was Akbar, who ruled from 27th January 1556 to 27th October 1605. Okay. After that, Jahangir came, who ruled from 15th October 1605 to 8th November 1627. After that, Shah Jahan, who ruled from 8th November 1627 to 2nd of August 1658. And last powerful Mughal ruler was Aurangzeb, who ruled from 31st July 1658 to 3rd March 1707. Okay, so let's study about Babur in detail. Okay, so the Mughal Empire was founded by Babur itself. Okay, so it can be asked in the exam, who founded the Mughal Empire. So the Mughal Empire was founded by Babur. Okay, Zahiruddin Muhammad Babur was his full name, who was born on 14th February 1483, and sometimes his name is also spelled as Babur or Babur. Okay, both the terms are right. He founded the Mughal Empire after the victories at the Battle of Panipat in 1526, which we have already studied in the previous chapter, and the date is important. Okay, so remember it properly. And the Battle of Khanwa. He was a direct descendant of Timur. Timur is a dynasty, okay, from the Barlas clan through his father's side. Okay, Timur was his father's side, and also a descendant of Genghis Khan through his mother's side. Okay, so he was the descendant of Timur and also from the Genghis Khan dynasty. Timur was his father's side dynasty and Genghis Khan from his mother's side. Okay, next is ousted from his ancestral domains in Central Asia, Babur turned to India to satisfy his ambitions. There were certain ambitions of Babur. For that, he returned to India to satisfy his ambitions. Okay. After Babur fell seriously ill, Humayun, his eldest son, was summoned from his Jagir, and he died at the age of 47 on 26th December 1530, and was succeeded by his son known as Humayun. Okay, so Babur died at the age of 47 on the date 26th December 1530, after which the Humayun became the king. Okay, next in this picture you can see a portrait of Babur from an early illustrated manuscript, okay, of the Babarnama. Babarnama is a book, okay, of this is the picture at the time of till 1589 to 1590. Okay, this is the picture from that era. In the second picture you can see the first battle of Panipat, which took place in 1526 on 21st April. Okay, which was fought between the invading forces of Babur and the Lodi Empire. Okay, next is the Battle of Khanwa was fought near the village of Khanwa. Okay, that's why it's named as Khanwa, about 60 km west of Agra, on March 17, 1527. It was the second major battle fought in the modern day India, okay, by the first Mughal emperor Babur after the Battle of Panipat. Okay, so Battle of Khanwa was fought near the village Khanwa, that's why it is known as the Battle of Khanwa, which is located 60 km west of Agra, and the date was 17th March 1527. Okay, it was the second major battle after in the modern day in India. Means the first major battle was Battle of Panipat, and the second major battle was Battle of Khanwa. Okay, is this clear to everyone? Okay, after Babar, he and the came Humayun. Okay, so Nasiruddin Muhammad Humayun was his full name, who was born in 17th March 1508 in Kabul, Afghanistan. Okay, in the second picture you can see Babar is celebrating the birth of Humayun in the Chahar Bagh of Kabul. Okay, it is a place in Afghanistan. Okay, next is Humayun with his father Babar sitting in the first picture. Okay, Humayun succeeded his father in 1531 as the ruler of Mughal territories in India. Okay, and at the age of 23, Humayun was an inexperienced ruler when he came to the power. After the sudden death of his father, he became the king at the age of 23, in which he was very inexperienced and when he came to the power. Okay, in second picture you can see Humayun is reunited with Akbar. What happened? Sher Shah Suri defeated Humayun at Chausa, okay, in 1539. After first time when Humayun became the king, he was defeated in 1539, and at Kannauj in 1540, which helped in expelling him from India. Okay, so after while wandering from one place to other, his son Akbar was born at Umrakot on October 14th, 1542. So the son of Humayun was known as Akbar, who born on 14th October 1542. Okay, in this picture you can see Humayun's tomb, which is present in Delhi. Okay, Humayun conquered the Punjab, Delhi and Agra and reoccupied the throne of Delhi. Okay, and after an interval of 15 years. Okay, so first time he became king, and after that 15 years he was not king, he was expelled from India, and after 15 years he again conquered Punjab, Delhi and Agra and reoccupied the throne of Delhi. Okay, so he became king twice, which we studied in the previous slides, that there are two dates of Humayun. Okay, from which he ruled from this to this year. Okay, next is Humayun slipped and fell down the stairs and fractured his skull. He was then carried to the palace. He died on January 26, 1556. So this was the reason behind the Humayun's death, because he fell down from the stairs and fractured his skull. He was then carried to the palace and he died on 26th January 1556. Okay, next came the Akbar. Who was Akbar? Akbar's full name was Abu al Fadh Jalaluddin Muhammad Akbar. Okay, so it is an important name which you should remember. It can be asked in the exam. Write the full name of Akbar. Okay, popularly known as Akbar, which means literally the great. Okay, Akbar means the great. He was born on 14th October 1542 and also known as Akbar the Great or Akbar. Okay, these are the names of Akbar by which he was known. Okay, he was Mughal emperor from 1556 until his death. Okay, he was the third and one of the greatest rulers of Mughal dynasty in India. Means overall he was the third one, but one of the greatest rulers of Mughal dynasty in India. Okay, in 1556 Humayun died just months after retaking Delhi. Okay, which after then Akbar ascended the Mughal throne at the age of 13 and he became Shahanshah, which is termed as king of kings. Okay, is known as Shahanshah. His regent was Bairam Khan, his childhood guardian and an outstanding warrior or statesman. Okay, in this picture you can see the Mughal emperor Akbar shoots the Rajput warrior Jamal during the siege of Chittorgarh in 1567. Okay, this picture shows us that. Okay, what happened after Akbar died in 1605? Some sources say Akbar became fatally ill. Okay, means he was not well with his health conditions with dysentery, while others cite a possible poisoning likely traced to Akbar's son Jahangir. Okay, many favored Jahangir's eldest son Khusrau to succeed Akbar as emperor, but Jahangir forcefully ascended days after the Akbar. So there were lots of theories behind the death of Akbar, like dysentery, or he might have given be the poisoning, or many other reasons. Okay, so after his death Jahangir forcefully ascended after the Akbar's death. So many architectural masterpieces were built at this time, in which one of them was Agra Fort, which was built in 1565, Lahore Palace, which was built in 1572, and Fatehpur Sikri, Buland Darwaza, and Allahabad Fort, which was built in 1583 and were built during this time. Okay, thank you students. In the next slide we will study about the other rulers of Mughal dynasty. Thank you everyone.